Once we've collected urine from our cattle, the second part of our physical exam is taking her rectal temperature. What we like to use for taking rectal temperature in cattle is a large animal mercury thermometer, as I'm demonstrating here. Some people may actually use a digital thermometer. The digital thermometers can be used, but you have to be careful about the length of the digital thermometer. The shorter the thermometer is, the more likely you're not going to be able to get an accurate reading, because the thermometer will not go through the anal sphincter and make contact with the rectal mucosa. So to avoid that, we prefer to use large animal digital mercury thermometers. The thermometers, all mercury thermometers, you must first shake them down to take the mercury reading from the previous testing down to a lower level, lower than normal for a cow. And the way you do that is you hang on very firmly to the very tip opposite of the mercury receptacle, and then you shake it down. You shake the thermometer down. You read it by looking for the mercury level across the glass, and you can find that it's below the normal temperature of a cow. We like to shake them down below 100 degrees Fahrenheit. One thing to be careful about is we often have attached to the thermometer, so we don't lose it in the animal, is a string with a clip. And the clip is designed to clip to the cow's tail head. And that will allow for the thermometer to stay in place, but also if she defecates while the thermometer is in, it may fall out of her but not fall onto the ground and break. The second thing is, when you're shaking down, you cannot shake the thermometer down with the clip loose and flapping all over the place, because the clip will eventually make contact with the mercury receptacle and break it off, and you will break your mercury thermometer. So once you have shaken the thermometer down, you can apply lube, and then once you do that, you can lift the tail, identify the anal sphincter, and insert the thermometer gently forward, spinning it deep within the rectum so it makes contact with the rectal mucosa, and then we clip the clip in place. Again, if she defecates and expels the thermometer, it will not fall on the ground and break. They're not the cheapest things, they're pretty expensive, so you want to make sure of all these little facts to save you some money. And you want to make sure to clip it aggressively to any hair that you see on her tail head. Once the thermometer is in place for at least 1 minute, and you've made great contact with the rectal mucosa, then you can take the thermometer out of the cow and read the thermometer. One important thing to remember about reading the thermometer: if you take it directly out of the cow, there's plenty of fecal material as well as mucus on the glass thermometer that won't allow you to see the mercury line. So you need to remove that. You can remove it by just stripping away the mucus and the fecal material with your glove. Some people may actually use the animal's tail hair to take the fecal material mucus away. And once you've done that, you just pivot the mercury thermometer back and forth until you identify the mercury line. This particular cow has a temperature of 102 degrees Fahrenheit.